this will come out, so you can watch it completely.
Well, howdy. How's it going, everyone? My name is John Grounds. I'll be doing the one-shot session today of the Frostgard Keep. So, let's see. As part of this one-shot, got a little bit of intro. We'll get you in the mood. So, the Dreadnought War has been going on for what feels like a lifetime. Started with an invasion into the United Hegemony over 20 years ago with the necromantic forces. Where did they originally come from? No one is sure. All that is known is that they have no regard for etiquette of war, nor the conventions meant to be followed. They desecrate all religious sites, they leave no survivors, and they leave no bodies behind to be buried. It's believed that they tarnish the very soul when they raise the dead to fight anew. The invasion was halted with the help of a few legendary heroes, notably one of which was Phoenix, the cleric with the spirit guardians that just stopped the undead in their track. So Phoenix was one of the people that helped save the city, and it's been on pretty much a stalemate for about 19 years. Within the last years or so, the winds of fate have changed. The dreadnoughts have been pushed back into their forsaken territory, well past their border. The stalemate has resumed, and for about a year now, but this time it's within the land of the Forsaken, where these monstrosities come from. Reinforcements have slowed to a trickle in such a harsh, cold environment. The first bites of winter chill are starting to nip at the courage of those who are still far from home, from comfort, and from their loved ones. Not all who are sent to war are warriors. The hegemony knows this, and to dissuade dissension, has deemed penalty by death to those who flee before their time is due. Word has been sent by messenger that a noble son of House Gallant has abandoned his post and has taken a squadron of elite guards to the Frostgard Outpost to ride out the winter. The hegemony must address this desertion swiftly and carefully before any others get the same idea. The only way to prevent an uprising in the noble party is to bring Sir Simmons Gallant back to the capital for trial, for such is the privilege of being born better than most. The party's special force recruited by the hegemony to travel to the Frostgard Outpost, capture Simmons Gallant alive, eliminate his guards, and bring him back for trial. All right, and then we'll go around the table. Everyone's going to introduce their name and character.
All right. The player's name is Colin, but I am playing Avienda. She is a barbarian fighter, spear maiden, not shield maiden, but spear maiden. And so she is bound by honor, and for anybody to break their oath of honor is impetuous and therefore deserves punishment and to be brought back to the light.
Sick. All right, Phil.
Hi, my name's Philip. I'm playing Victor Hardguest. He's a satyr. He's playing a rogue ranger. Doesn't have much for his backstory other than that he's been in this position for a while and watched his father do it. And that's kind of what led him here.
All right, Hunter.
I'm Hunter. My character's name is Crankle. I'm a bugbear. Crankle the bugbear. I'm a fighter, barbarian, rogue, and I'm part of the Royal Guard, and I've been tasked to bring Simon back alive so he can face trial from his royal family.
Okay.
Been sent by House Gallant to ensure their heir's survival.
Oh, so you're from the house.
He is a royal guard from House Gallant.
Okay.
To ensure his safe return.
Good.
All right.
Hi, I'm Luke. I'm playing Redacted, but my codename is Creep. My race is Elf. My background is Redacted. I work for Redacted, and I'm here to make sure that the Gallant is brought to justice, or is killed in the process if he refuses to return.
Cool. You've been assigned your task and you're doing it well. So pretty much where it's going to take place or start off at is y'all have been given a correspondent to meet up with about 1 day out from the outpost itself. Yeah. Walking out from the hegemony territory on this journey, you come across a lot of caravans going the other way, heading back from war. Wounded soldiers, those still fleeing even this late into the war, those looking to start a better life, but for the most part it's war parties that have failed or retired soldiers who lost limbs, have kind of lost friends, have lost many of their known companions in the Forsaken Land. So you've got a few days to kind of know each other. Is there any kind of introduction or small talk you'll want to make with each other?
These lands are full of people searching for the song, and there is much frozen water in this land. Not quite used to it. It's unnatural.
I can tell you what's unnatural. Woman built like you in my neck of the woods. But, go on, tell me more about this frozen water.
It's all around us, it's surrounding us, it gets into places that I wouldn't expect, everything's moist.
This is gonna be too easy.
So, yeah, about a day passes of just kind of small banter here and there. Some of y'all get to know each other probably more than others. Others of y'all
Does he
probably
talk?
keep to themselves quite a bit.
I don't know.
Does he speak common?
I don't know.
Is he a he?
I think so.
Okay.
Yep, looks like there's a pair there.
All right, so pretty much at the crossroad that y'all arrive at, you see a lone figure waving. He kind of sees y'all and he kind of recognizes y'all. Not in a familiar sort of way, but he knows that y'all have been sent for this task specifically.
Do I recognize him?
What's up?
Do I recognize him?
No. No one here recognizes this guy. He gives a big bellow and a hello. He's got a kind of thick winter coat, kind of fur lined, not fancy, very kind of well used and worn, but you could tell that he's spent his time in the winter. And y'all all have winter gear, packed and ready to go. With a big bellow, hello there, travelers. Are y'all the group from the hegemony?
Do we kill him?
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Do you speak common?
Well, my name's Jonathan, and I'm here to take you to the outpost.
Jonathan seems very familiar for some reason.
No, it's Jonathan.
John.
Oh, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Oh,
Yeah. See, he gets it.
I like fish.
Good for you. Not a lot of fish up here in the mountains, boy, but we got mountain oysters. So-
Rocky Mountain Oyster?
Rocky Mountain oysters, specialty. So we got a day's journey into the outpost. It's surrounded by mountains, so there's really no other way in. Once we're there,
How ominous.
I can give y'all the lay of the land, and y'all can figure out how you want to retrieve this little lordling fella. So, yeah, if you want to follow me, from the main road where most of the caravans and army people have been, like, worn down the road and well used, he takes you off this fork into the direction of Frostgard Outpost. Take it y'all never been to war out here in this Forsaken Land before?
First time.
First time. You're green. Well, a lot of men lose their courage here. It's a scary place, but
I think there's more than men here.
yeah.
Yes.
Men.
Don't worry. Don't worry, sweetie. There's plenty,
Yeah. Well,
plenty of this.
used to be
Don't worry.
men, but frostbite sometimes gets the better of us too. So you gotta stay warm in the winter time.
Harsh environments suit me
Pretty
well.
sure there's
Yeah.
not a human around here right now.
Oh yeah, y'all are kind of an odd group, but hey, y'all are the special forces for a reason. So
I'm pretty warm.
you're a quiet one.
You're a female.
You can call me Creep.
Well, you didn't have to tell me that, but I just might. So
What is your secret? How did you get him to speak?
talking. Well, anywho, we got about a day, so if you have
It's too hard for
if you have any questions, I'm all ears, or just the one ear. Frostbite, it's a pain in the butt,
So
literally.
the frost can bite you?
Yeah, it gets in the worst of spots, ma'am.
Okay. Alright.
But yeah, I'll on the way there, I'll kind of give you the lay of the land, and at which point he'll give you like a verbal description. But pretty much this is what it looks like. It's the post that's been there. It was a repurposed temple that was in the middle of this frigid valley. It is very high in altitude. It's no longer moist. It's very dry in the area, but it's still snowing. Winter's starting, but being at such an altitude, there's already a good layer of snow here. It's not hard to breathe, but it's not sea level either. It's definitely, you're noticing there's a little bit of a change in endurance in your kind of constitution, trying to just getting used to this elevation. And he will pretty much escort y'all all the way up to the outside forest, or maybe close to the mountain range area. All right, well, we'll probably set up camp here tonight and let y'all figure out what you want to do to retrieve this hireling. That's what y'all are here for. Y'all are the brains. So.
How often are you attacked at night?
Well, that's a good question. I sneak in and out of the city, so I don't really get attacked.
You are a thief?
Well, I like to call myself an entrepreneur.
He has no Giotto.
How do you sneak in?
There's actually a side entrance to the fort. It's pretty well hidden. I've only been able to use it once or twice. This is one of the very few occasions I've actually been able to sneak out, but I haven't been able to be gone for long, or else they get suspicious. So, here's the layout. There is, about 200, actually 400 feet of cleared forest surrounding this, what seems to be a recently made fort within the last year or so. That's what all of the lumber was cleared for, was to create this fort that surrounded this temple. He gives you the history of when the army was pushed back, these temples were left behind, and they pretty much used these as like a supply run, or if a group gets diverted, they can stay here, but pretty much as an outpost. It's been repurposed to kind of just house people as a middle junction between the war and the lands of the humans and hegemony. So it's a well-fortified fort. He gives you the idea that there's 2 armed ballistas at the very front of the fort. They
How
run.
tall are the walls?
They're
Jonathan.
about 30 feet.
Easy.
Yeah. Well, for some of us who have all our toes.
You lost toes.
Yeah, it's cold.
Who took them?
The harshest woman of all, Lady Winter.
I do not know this Lady Winter.
I hope you don't get to meet her for long. She's a harsh one. So, getting in and out sneaky wise, that's a little bit rough, especially with numbers like this. What they do, I've noticed, is since they've taken over this fort over the past week, is that they run military drills for any invaders or any friend or foe. They do not let anyone in or out.
How many
Normally.
are guarding this place?
How many? It's hard to keep track. I can't count over 21 without taking off my pants. Or I can't count over 20 without taking off my pants, I should say. So,
You
Why
didn't
can't you
lose
count over
toes,
20?
though.
yeah. So I guess,
18.
18, yeah, on a good day. So, it's
You said
honestly
there
hard
is
to
a side
say.
entrance?
There is a side entrance. We only have tonight to make that. There is a storm coming, so we can camp out tonight. But
Perhaps the storm would allow us easier access.
These storms are not something to mess with. If you want to wait until the storm hits, that's your call.
I'm gonna take out a blanket,
Mm-hmm.
soak it with my water skin, and bury it within like an inch of water, nice and flat,
What
with
was
like 2 crinkles in it.
Okay. Cool.
And
And
you
no,
just-
in really fast time it freezes.
Yeah.
At this high altitude, I mean the
It's,
moist.
it's now a blind that I can carry that's all white.
Cool. There you go.
That's what I'm going for.
Oh, you adapt fast, man. You're good at this. So pretty much the military drills they run. Usually there's a front wave at the front gate, so they have the support of the artillerist. Secondly, they tend to have their best forces in the courtyard, and then the last line of defense is within the keep or the temple there, and that's where the lordling tends to reside. He does have a few guards with him, but he tends to keep his strongest forces in the courtyard. So that's usually the military practices I've been able to observe so far. Like I said, there is that side entrance.
Let's not camp here. Let's make our way towards the side entrance.
I feel like you
through
have
the trees.
our best bet is to make the side entrance at night, wait for their military drill tomorrow, and then go in through the back while everybody else is in the front.
Agreed.
Did you not say tonight was probably the only way he's going to get us in?
That's what I'm saying. We go through
Yeah.
tonight, and then I imagine we're staging until they begin the military drill out front. You said that they all move out of the castle and into the front, in the courtyard and everything.
For their military training, they've been doing that less and less the closer winter gets. They've just been, initially they just got those drills down. Now that they've perfected them, that's kind of the go-to strategy. But like I said, they've been doing less and less of those just to kind of preserve their energy and protect their food stores.
This side entrance, how do you know of it?
I live there,
Meaning?
meaning I grew up there. Well, I didn't grow up there. This is New Forsaken Land. I was kind of the initial wave of crew that came here and built this fort. And
Follow-up
being where the-
question.
Yep.
How many people guard this tunnel?
No one. I'm the only one that knows about it.
Can I roll insight?
You can try.
Okay. You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Nice.
Insight into what?
If he's being truthful about that.
About the passage?
That
Yes.
Sun Garden, he's the only one that knows.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. What'd you get?
I don't know.
Hey, with this figure, this person that we're trying to obtain, is he pretty well known to
9.
everybody?
You, from the look of his eyes, he sincerely believes, to the best of your knowledge, that yes, there is a passage in and out that only he knows.
Okay.
What we have, so Sir Simon Gallant of the noble house Gallant, he's not a high lord. He's probably like the heir to the like Gallant family, but because he's deserted, he's kind of ruined the name. So that's why he's
Sure.
being brought back for trial.
I mean, for like, if we've seen him, we know who he is. Like,
Yeah, you've
we're
been
not-
given a very thorough description of him. He wears green armor, human, dark hair.
Young?
You've been given a very good profile
Okay.
of him.
Okay. Can we break for food before we break for the tunnel?
Yeah, of course. I know y'all have had a long day. Outside of the game, you do have the option to sneak in tonight, and I'll tell you how that process goes.
Yes,
if you want to
perfect.
go that route,
That's what I wanna do.
caveat to that, y'all have had a long day of walking.
Mhm.
If you push through the night at some point, you will experience exhaustion.
So I'm saying let's get into the tunnel at night that will take us in the fort, and then take a long rest.
Who
and
made
go
you
up the next
leader?
day.
Creep.
You know, now that he's talking to
I
me, I
can't-
might want to wait until he decides
I
not
can't
to.
give you that information, unfortunately. You don't have clearance.
I don't know what clearance is,
Exactly.
but I don't believe you just speaking out in the aether means anything to me.
Perhaps you want to charge the gate, go right ahead. See how far your honor takes you in front of a ballista.
I did actually.
We make for the
You
tunnel
two
tonight.
squabbling isn't going to get us
Alright,
any closer.
Tonight it is. But yeah, there should be time for food.
If I had the silent spell.
Dude, there's a race of gnomes that have that as a racial. Best racial ever. Like, just on a whim, just like silence. So yeah, you've got plenty of time to get off your feet a little bit, get some food, and yeah, I can take you to the tunnel.
Okay. We're gonna just run out real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I want me to do a.
You can do a break if you want to, or you can.
Yeah, we'll do a short
Do a
break.
little
We're gonna
break
grab some
dance.
food. Luke brought some
Real
shish
food.
kebab.
You can set that right on this.
I don't know why I have a
Pretty
freaking
sturdy.
sprig mistletoe.
You have a mistletoe?
Yeah.
The heck?
It's tied in a ribbon. This is